So what is stress really all about? And I'm not talking about the kind of stress that you have when you're fighting with your husband or trying to get the kids to put their dirty clothes in the wash basket. That is stress. But what is stress really, and how does it react within our body? Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Belinda, and I'm a very passionate women's health mentor, and I help women pinpoint issues that are causing their sleeping problems, causing their anxiety issues, causing their energy problems, and causing autoimmune problems and thyroid problems. Hi Vicky, how are you? So just as you come on, just say hello and let us know where you're coming in from. So what is stress really? Stress, I'm going to read this quote from a doctor. His name is Mark Heyman. Okay, and he says, stress is the body's inability to make energy for the mind to respond to its environment. Okay, and he is literally spot on. From all of the learning that I have done, he is literally spot on. So I'm going to read this again just so that you can sink it in. Stress is the body's inability to make energy for the mind to respond to its environment. Okay, and this is by a medical doctor, Mark Hyman. Okay, so stress plays a huge part in our health. It really does. And it can be, there's so many different types of stress. There's metabolic stress, there's environmental stress, there's physical stress, and there's psychological stress. And we don't seem to realize that stress can play a huge impact on when and how our symptoms start showing up. Okay, because even for me, I had an autoimmune problem and I was told that I would get multiple, but I ended up with just one and I was able to resolve that issue. So I haven't had to suffer like others do. Okay, and this was actually brought on by stress. When I look back on it now, like we aren't always able to pinpoint it at the time and make the correlation. But when we do, it can be really phenomenal. So internal stresses are going to be like, the foods that we eat and the additives to our food and the chemicals that are on our foods and the medications that we use, okay? External stresses are going to be like physical trauma. I have a lot of clients who have had concussions and head injuries, okay? And this is a huge stress to the body, okay? Psychological stresses, so fighting with your husband, stresses at work, the kids not doing what they're supposed to do when they're told to do. It's going to be really stressful. Environmental stresses, so the environment that you live in, the mold in your house, the chemicals the farmers around you use, like your actual environment. These can all be stresses. So the body has one response to stress, and this is how it works, okay? First of all, when you come across stress, you lose magnesium within your body, okay? Magnesium is not a mineral that your body hangs on to very well, okay? So we have to be adding it regularly. I think it stays in the body between 24 and 48 hours of us consuming it from our food or from supplementation. But when we are stressed, we actually need more of it, okay? Because what happens is when we're stressed, our body drops our magnesium, okay? And that weakens our stress response, okay? And then the next thing is our chronic stress hormone releases cortisol into our system, okay? And then that causes a greater magnesium loss, which causes electrolyte confusion, okay? So that's electrolytes like your magnesium, your potassium, and your salts. These sort of things get confused, which causes cell death, which causes inflammation, okay? And then that causes fibrosis and calcification, which causes symptoms, okay? So, and you might have numerous symptoms. You might have gut issues, you might have trembling hands, you might have food reactions, you might have autoimmune problems, you might have Hashimoto's, you might have endometriosis, you might have skin problems. That's literally the flow-on effect from stress. Okay, so these are all interrelated. It can be really hard to comprehend that, external and internal stresses that aren't, psychological. So, fighting with your husband or having working issues or, these sort of things can actually be interrelated with your symptoms. They really can. Anyway, if you're watching live today, then say live. And if you are catching this on the replay, then let us know replay. And as I announced yesterday, I can't remember whether I did it on my page or not, I'm actually starting up a mini course to help women take control of their own health using simple things that they can get from the supermarket or the health food store or sometimes online as well that are affordable, because let's face it, health is wealth, it really is, but sometimes we are tricked into thinking that some things are healthy when they're not. And I'm going to help people. Well, I already do it with my mentorship program, but I realize that not everybody can afford that. So I'm starting up a group mentoring thing here on Facebook. And if you wish to be included, just let me know. I haven't yet done it, but I plan to put the link in the Learn More link up the top here. And it's $48 US to join, and it's going to be starting on the 1st of July. So in about a week or so. Anyway, I will talk to you soon, and you have a good day. And I'm heading across to the group now. So if you are in the group, then come across and we're going to do a live there as well. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.